Let's be real for a second. Starting an influencer marketing agency is the easy part. Buying the domain, setting up the slick website, calling yourself founder and CEO on LinkedIn, that is the fun part. The hard part, the part that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, it is the chicken and egg problem of the agency world. You need a portfolio of successful campaigns to prove to a client that you are worth hiring, but you can't build that portfolio until someone actually hires you. So you are stuck in this loop of insecurity. You feel like an imposter. You are terrified of getting on a sales call and having a prospect ask, "Can I see who else you have worked with?" and having absolutely nothing to show them. If that is where you are right now, stop worrying. Because in the next 15 minutes, I am going to hand you the bolt cutters to break that loop. I am going to teach you the exact step-by-step framework to land your very first paying influencer marketing client within the next 14 days. And the best part? We are going to do it using a strategy that makes your lack of a portfolio completely irrelevant. Let's look at the first slide. This is the core philosophy we are going to use. I call it the pilot partnership. If you look at the first bullet point here, goal is traction, not profit. You need to make a radical shift in your mindset. Stop trying to be Ogilvy. Stop trying to land Nike or Gymshark right out of the gate. You aren't ready, and they won't hire you. Your primary goal right now isn't revenue. It is validated traction. You need a case study. You need a testimonial. You need proof of concept. Moving to the second point on the screen, remove 100% of the risk. To get that first client to trust you when you have no proof, you have to make it unreasonable for them to say no. Think about it. If you ask a stranger for $3,000 a month to manage their influencers, and you have never done it before, they're taking all the risk. That is a bad deal. You need to flip that dynamic. And that brings us to the third point, the irresistible offer. We are going to construct a deal where you work for free, or at cost, in exchange for data. This bridges the trust gap. So let's get into the specifics of the deal. Take a look at this breakdown of structuring the first offer. First, look at the top point, the 30-day sprint. We are not offering to work for free forever. That is slavery, not strategy. We are offering a specific time-boxed test. You tell the client, we are going to do this for exactly 30 days. This creates urgency and limits your exposure. Second, no management fee. Now, I know what you are thinking. I don't want to work for free. Listen to me. You are paying tuition to the University of Experience. You either pay with money or you pay with time. Right now, you have time. You tell the prospect, I will handle the outreach, the negotiation, and the management. I will charge you $0. All you have to do is cover the actual budget for the influencers. But the third point is the most important part of this slide, the required payment. You are not working for nothing. You are working for assets. You must contractually require that if you get results, you get two things. First, permission to use the data as a public case study. Second, a video testimonial from the founder. That video testimonial is worth more than a $5,000 check to your business right now. Now that you have a killer offer, who do you pitch it to? Most people fail because they target the wrong companies. Let's look at the Goldilocks client profile. First, look at the revenue sweet spot. Do not pitch brand new startups with zero revenue. They have no budget for product or ads. Do not pitch massive corporations. They have agencies of record. You want the middle ground. E-commerce brands doing between $500,000 and $5 million a year. They are making money, but they are overworked, understaffed, and probably terrible at marketing. They have the budget to pay for influencers, but they don't have the time to find them. Second, I want you to use the meta ad library. This is your secret weapon. You want to search for brands that are running ads on Facebook and Instagram that are mediocre. Look for brands using stock photos or bad copy or ads with very little engagement. Why? Because if they are spending money on bad ads, they are desperate for a better channel. They have a pain point that you can solve. And third, look for existing failed efforts. Go to TikTok or Instagram, look at the tagged photos of a brand. Are they tagged by random people with low engagement? Does their feed look messy? This is a green flag. It means they want to do influencer marketing, but they are bad at it. It is much easier to sell a car to someone who is already driving a broken one than to someone who prefers walking. Okay, we have the offer and we have the target. Now, how do we get their attention? Look at this slide on the anti-sales outreach method. Please, I am begging you, do not send generic DMs that say, "Hey, fire emoji, love what you're doing. My agency helps brands scale. Wanna call?" Delete that template. Burn it. The first rule here is permission-based marketing.
Cold outreach in 2024 is about respect. You have to earn the right to pitch. You never pitch in the first message. You only ask for permission to send value. This leads to the second point, the 3-minute audit loom. You are going to pick 10 perfect prospects. You are going to record a 3-minute loom video of your screen. You start the video on their website, then you switch to their competitor's social media. You show them that their competitor is using specific influencers to drive traffic and point out that they are missing out on this revenue. And finally, look at the third bullet. Lead with insight, not services. In your message, you don't say, "I sell influencer services." You say, "I found a gap in your strategy compared to your main competitor, and I made a video showing how to fix it." When you frame it like that, they will watch the video. And in that video, you pitch the pilot partnership. They watch your video, they're impressed, they agree to a quick chat. Now you're on the closing call. This is where most people panic. But if you follow the points on this slide, you won't. First, diagnose, don't pitch. This is not a high-pressure sales call. You are a doctor, not a car salesman. Because your offer is risk-free, your job is to check if they are good enough for you. Spend the first 10 minutes asking questions. What is your current CPA? How much inventory do you have? If I send 50 influencers your way tomorrow, can your shipping team handle the volume? This changes the power dynamic. You are auditing them. Second, reiterate the pilot terms. Once you confirm they are legit, you simply remind them of the offer. You say, "Okay, John, looks like you guys are ready. I'm looking for one more case study in your niche. I'm willing to waive my usual setup fee and run this 30-day sprint for free." You just covered the influencer product costs. And that leads to the final bullet point, the most powerful phrase in sales, the magic question. You end your proposal by simply asking, "Does that sound fair?" You don't ask, "Do you want to buy?" You ask, "Does that sound fair?" Humans are wired to want to be fair, and since you are removing all the risk, the only fair answer is yes. Getting that first client feels like pushing a boulder uphill, but once you get the first one and you get that case study, the second one is 50% easier. The third one is 80% easier. The strategy I just walked you through works, but it only works if you swallow your pride, accept that you need to work for free temporarily to build leverage, and actually do the outreach. Don't overthink your logo. Don't rewrite your business plan. Go find 10 mediocre e-commerce brands and record 10 Loom videos today. That is how you start. Now get out of here and go land the client. If you want to move faster, I have mentorship available. DM me mentor on my Instagram, ziggus.stan, and I will help you out.